Once upon a time, there were 3 bears living in the house in the woods. Mama Bear made porridge for them every morning. It was always too hot at first, so the 3 bears, Papa, Mama, and Baby Bear, would go for a walk while it cooled. One morning, something very strange happened.
Mama Bear served porridge from a pot. They took a bite, but it was way too hot. So they went out for a walk.
But while they were gone, in came a girl who was out on a walk. She had blonde curls, and her name was Goldilocks. She saw the porridge sitting on the table, and since she was so hungry, she decided to eat some. First, she tasted Papa Bear's porridge.
This porridge is way too hot.
Next, she tasted Mama Bear's porridge.
This porridge is way too cold.
Then she tasted Baby Bear's porridge.
This porridge is just right.
So she ate every bite.
Goldilocks went to the living room. She saw 3 chairs, but which one would she choose? So she tried each one out.
First, she sat in Papa Bear's chair.
This chair is much too hard.
Next, she sat in Mama Bear's chair.
This chair is much too soft.
Then she sat in Baby Bear's chair.
This chair is just right.
Goldilocks broke Baby Bear's chair. By this time, she was getting very sleepy.
Goldilocks went to the bedroom. She saw 3 beds, but which one would she choose? So she tried each one out.
First, she laid in Papa Bear's bed.
This bed is way too hard.
Next, she laid in Mama Bear's bed.
This bed is much too soft.
Then she laid in Baby Bear's bed.
This bed is just right.
Goldilocks fell fast asleep. Then the 3 bears came back home.
The 3 bears had left their door unlocked. A lot has happened when out on their walk. They were all very shocked.
First, they went to the kitchen.
Someone's been eating my porridge.
Someone's been eating my porridge. Someone's been eating my porridge, and it's all gone. Where?
Then they went to the living room.
Someone's been sitting in my chair.
Someone's been sitting in my chair. Someone's been sitting in my chair, and she broke it. Where?
Then they went to the bedroom.
Someone's been sleeping in my bed.
Someone's been sleeping in my bed. Someone's been sleeping in my bed, and she's still there. Ah!
Goldilocks screams and runs away.
Goldilocks did something very wrong. She went inside when the bears were gone. She went where she did not belong.
Never enter someone's home without their permission.
The end! Yay!
Once upon a time, there was a little girl who always wore a red cloak that her grandmother made for her. So they called her Little Red Riding Hood. One day, her mother gave her a basket of food to take to her sick grandmother who lived deep in the forest. She warned her not to talk to strangers and to stay on the path.
Little Red Riding Hood took a walk out in the woods. She had a sick grandmother, so she brought food for her.
Then she met Mr. Wolf.
Where are you going, Little Red?
I'm going to visit my sick grandmother, Mr. Wolf.
Here's a better path to take. You can pick flowers for your grandmother.
Thank you, Mr. Wolf.
Little Red Riding Hood took a path that wasn't good. It took her a while to roam to find her grandma's home.
A hunter helped her find her way. The wolf ran straight to her grandma's house. The wolf knocked on the door.
Come on in, I can't get out of bed.
The wolf went to Grandma's bed. He grabbed her and put her in the closet. Then he dressed up like Grandma and climbed into bed.
Little Red Riding Hood made it to her grandma's home. She walked up on the porch. Then she knocked on the door.
Who is it? It's me, Grandma. Little Red Riding Hood. I brought you some food. Come on in, dear. What big eyes you have.
It's better to see you, my dear.
Grandma, what big ears you have.
Better to hear with, my dear.
Grandma, what big teeth you have.
The better to eat you with, my dear.
Little Red Riding Hood screamed for help. The hunter came in and captured the wolf.
Little Red Riding Hood looked inside the closet door. She found Grandma safe and sound. Then Little Red turned around.
Thank you, Mr. Hunter.
Grandmother shared her food with the hunter and Little Red Riding Hood.
Little Red Riding Hood still walks into the woods, but she always finds her way. From the past she will not stray.
The end.
Once upon a time, there was a shepherd boy named Sam. Even though he was young, he had a very important job to do. He was one of the boys that watched over the sheep during the night to make sure a wolf didn't attack them. The whole town counted on him to keep the sheep safe. He was supposed to cry for help if he saw a wolf. But one night he was rather bored, so he thought he'd pull a prank on the people in the town.
Wolf, wolf, hurry. Please come quickly. Wolf, wolf, hurry. The wolf will eat me.
The townspeople heard his cries. They jumped out of bed and rushed to the sheep. They carried their weapons with them, but when they arrived,
I was just teasing. There is no wolf. You can go back to bed.
Sam, stop this. That was not funny. We thought there was a wolf.
the townspeople were not happy. They went back home and went to bed. The next night, Sam was watching the sheep again. He started thinking about how funny it was the night before when he tricked the townspeople. He was bored again, so...
Wolf, wolf, hurry, or I fear. Wolf, wolf, hurry, a wolf
Again, the townspeople, awakened from their sleep, came running quickly to the sheep.
Go back to bed, you silly people. You'll see there is no wolf. Sam, stop this. That was not funny. Please don't do this again.
Well, the next night, Sam was watching the sheep again. This time, he did see a wolf coming close to the sheep. Sam was terrified.
Wolf, hurry. A wolf is at my feet. Wolf, hurry. He will kill the sheep.
Well, the townspeople heard Sam's cries once again. They all decided Sam was just pranking them like the other 2 nights. They decided to teach Sam a lesson and just go back to sleep. However, this time there really was a wolf. The wolf succeeded in killing the sheep and even chased Sam back to his home. Sam was not laughing this time. You see, when you don't tell the truth, soon people will not believe you when you do. Don't be like Sam, the boy who cried wolf.
The end!
Yay!
Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs that lived with their mother. They had all grown up, so their mother told them it was time to go out on their own and find new homes. She told them she loved them and to be very careful.
3 little pigs, 1, 2, 3, all grew big as could be. They went out on their own, searched about to find a home. Mother dear said, please take care, be aware of things out there. Pig number 1 picked the first thing he saw, a peddler with a cart full of straw. He bought the straw and away he went, built his house, now he was set.
Then came the big bad wolf. Little pig, let me in.
Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. I'll huff. I'll puff.
He huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in. The pig ran fast away. Pig number 2 didn't know what to do. He wandered around and then heard a sound. It was a man selling sticks, so he bought them quick. He built his house and he was proud.
Then came the big bad wolf.
Little pig, let me in.
Not by the hairs of my chinny chin chin.
And I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. I'll huff. I'll puff.
He huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in. The pig ran fast away. Pig number 3 fell free as could be. He walked a while and found bricks on a pile. He worked long and the house was strong. Now all three pigs danced a jig.
Then came the big bad wolf. Little pig, let me in.
Not by the hair or the chinny chin chin.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. I'll huff, I'll puff, I'll huff, I'll puff.
He huffed and he puffed, but the house stood strong. The wolf climbed up the roof so tall, he climbed inside the chimney wall. He dropped down in a boiling pot, he jumped out because it was hot. He ran away angrily, the three little pigs, 1, 2, 3, all lived together as happy as could be.
The end. Yay!
Once upon a time, there was a turtle named Myrtle and a rabbit named Ruby. Myrtle was very slow at everything she did. Ruby was very quick. She liked to make fun of Myrtle for being so slow. After being teased by Ruby every day, Myrtle finally decided to challenge Ruby to a race. Ruby laughed at the idea that Myrtle thought she could beat her in a race, but gladly accepted the challenge.
You know you can't catch me since you're as slow as can be.
I might be slow, but that's okay. I can beat you anyway.
The next day, they met at the race site. Friends had gathered to watch the race. Most everyone there thought Ruby would beat Myrtle, hands down.
Woo-hoo! Go Myrtle! Go Myrtle! Go Myrtle, go! Even though you are slow, Ruby, you got this race. If you keep up your pace.
You know you can't catch me since you're as slow as can be.
I might be slow, but that's okay. I can beat you anyway.
Come on, Ruby, show Myrtle how fast you are. Myrtle, don't let Ruby beat you. Run super fast.
The race was ready to start. A gun was fired in the air, so they took off. Of course, Ruby sped way ahead, while Myrtle plodded along at her slow pace. After a few minutes, Ruby looked behind her. There was no sign of Myrtle. She decided to take a break and wandered off the trail. She wasn't worried at all. Meanwhile, Myrtle kept up her slow but steady pace.
Look at these pretty flowers. I think I'll pick me some.
I don't see her anywhere. Maybe she's already won.
Meanwhile, at the finish line, the crowd was waiting.
I don't see them yet.
Who's gonna win, I bet?
Go, Myrtle, go. Even though you are slow, Ruby, you got this race. If you keep up your pace.
Meanwhile, Ruby was feeling very sleepy. She decides she still has plenty of time to take a short rest. However, her short rest turned into a nap. She didn't realize how long she had slept. but continues on the trail, thinking Myrtle is still way behind her. Myrtle, who never stopped to pick flowers or take a nap, has made very good progress.
Look, Myrtle's almost here. What has happened to Ruby?
Just then, they see Ruby in the distance.
Go, Myrtle, go. Even though you are slow, Ruby, really hurry fast, or you will come in last.
Ruby, seeing Myrtle at the finish line, tries to run faster and faster. But Myrtle crosses the finish line a few steps before her. She couldn't believe her eyes.
Yay!
Myrtle, I lost the race if I did not keep my pace.
Ruby, now you can see that fast isn't everything.
You can always think you have it made, but you should never take things for granted like Ruby did. She played around, but Myrtle never stopped her pace, so Myrtle won the race. Ruby never made fun of Myrtle's slow speed ever again.
The end.